I mean, yeah, we're back now. We're back. Yeah, you look at this. What you were away. What were you doing?
I was in Penticton.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know, what's
weekend.
Penticton?
Yeah, Penticton's a small town in British Columbia, close to Kelowna. Everybody must know where Kelowna is.
Not really.
Kelowna, the Okanagan, it's a nice little place. Great for boating, Okanagan Lake.
Yeah, you sound terrific.
I was feeling a little, not feeling great. Almost what Colorado's feeling like right now, but not feeling good.
So you were there for like, so you're playing hockey.
I was playing hockey, ball hockey.
Ball hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a interior cup tournament, and yeah, we did okay.
Did you qualify?
We did not.
Did not qualify.
We did not. Yeah. Why'd you get that out of me, dude?
Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to help other people. You know, we're getting more interactive with our folks, and they want to know about your life. You know.
You were also away.
I was also away. I was in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, Los Angeles in California.
Sports related?
In California.
Sports related?
It was not sports related. No. I was there to take a class. I was there for a week intensive. I had a great time. California was always great. You know, I love California. It's always like one of those things where I feel like downtown LA is great because you walk down one block and it's so like legendary. Like you have like history of LA. And you walk down the other block and you get stabbed. And you can get stabbed, no problem. And it's that danger aspect.
It's like that. It's like is it right next door? Like the bad area to Hollywood, or is that just exaggerated a bit?
Well, I was in the Van Nuys area, so I was like pretty much like West Hollywood and Sunset. You know, there was like a block down from that's where I was staying at. So you know, you can go up further, and it's like there's like really nice areas, and then you walk down Sunset, and it's a little bit tough, and you know, you definitely shouldn't be walking. I was walking, and I was definitely like just like my head down and focusing on the sidewalk. But other than that, you know, it's as long as you're not like too touristy. I try not to be too much of a tourist.
Yeah.
You know, I don't travel very well that way. I just keep nothing on me. So
Nothing at all.
no cameras, no bags, nothing. I'm always just like I'm just like rolling out of bed. Like I look right now. I look very much homeless. That's how I look. Dumb fans, sports show. We're back. We're back in the saddle here. It's amazing you can take time off when you're doing something when no one's watching it. So we had to reschedule today because we're doing this on a different day. And I was talking to Steven on the week, and he's like, producer Steven, he's like behind the camera there. And he's like, you know, it's been 2 weeks. We probably should get something out. I'm like, I know, but no one's watching this. So it really doesn't matter what we're doing. But we're back. We're back for another one.
Back.
Yeah, we're back. Lots of things have happened. Best time of the year. They got the NHL playoffs going on. You got a bunch of playoffs. You got the NBA playoffs going. We're mostly going to talk hockey, though. And there's been a lot of things that happened. I guess it wasn't entertaining round two. It was a
very entertaining round two.
Yeah, it was. Not if you're Minnesota.
Not if you're Minnesota, but the games are great. Even the Minnesota series, even though it was 4-1 or 4-2? 4-1. But the games, I mean, Quinn Hughes and McCarr put on a show. And obviously the supporting cast of Kaprizov and McKinnon.
Yeah, it looked like it was one of those things where I thought it was going to go deep. I really did, because I thought Minnesota really put on something here where they...
You said it was going to be a home series.
I thought it was going to be a homer series. That's what I thought. 4-1 being the outcome is not a homer series. That's a gentleman's sweep. And I thought the last game they were going to extend it because Minnesota looked like they were ahead in the game. And the Avalanche just being as deep as they are, were able to turn it on. And, you know, their stars were better than the Minnesota stars, essentially. It was tough. It was hard to see that because I really thought that Minnesota was going to be a year where they would at least maybe go to the Western Final. But you have to go through Dallas and you got to go through the Avalanche. That's tough. Yeah. That's hard work. That's a lot of hard work. I don't think Quinn Hughes has silenced his playoff fans, unfortunately. I think he looked pretty outmatched again.
It just seems like he's a little small for the playoffs. Like everybody was hitting him. Like whenever they got a chance, Colorado hit him. And a couple of those hits, McKinnon laid him out that one time, and he looked tired.
Yeah. It's a curious thing with Quinn Hughes. I don't know what they're going to do there because he's got another year here with Minnesota. And I think, and yeah, he is small, but you have players in the playoffs who are small who play big. And look at Montreal's forwards. Suzuki and Caulfield aren't necessarily big guys, right?
Yeah.
So I think Quinn Hughes has to curb this somehow. Obviously, he's going to get paid wherever he goes. If he decides to stay in Minnesota, which I think he may do that. I feel like he's going to get paid out. But in the playoffs, you're going to be the guy. You're going to get targeted. It's going to be tough for a guy like him because you're going to be relied on. This happened. We saw him in Vancouver in the playoffs, and it was the same issue there. And it looked like he figured it out against Dallas. So I think it's there. I just think that Colorado was too good of a team.
Yeah, they're too deep. I think Eriksson Ek was injured for a couple of games.
Yeah.
And Minnesota just couldn't keep up.
Would have loved to see Boldy do more.
Boldy did a lot.
He did a lot.
He did do a lot, but yeah, right. Like I think everybody could have stepped up.
Yeah.
It was disappointing for Minnesota, but they have a bright future. And I think Quinn Hughes is going to sign. Yeah. I don't see him going anywhere else. I see maybe him bringing his brothers to Minnesota instead of that whole narrative of him going to New Jersey.
Yeah.
Signing there.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was him, I'd look at Minnesota as a stop. Because you think now the dead money cap that they have against their salary cap right now is going to be toast after next year.
Yeah.
So Bill Guerin's going to have a lot more money to work with. So now you got to sign Quinn Hughes, who's going to make $90 million a year.
I mean, close to
$90 million a year. And then, the only other thing I can think of is that he walks and he goes to Detroit. Still, I think it's a very good move for Minnesota. They're getting a nice return on him right now. So whatever he wants to do, the world's his oyster.
Yeah. And we can agree Makar out-dueled Hughes.
No,
and
he was the
better defenseman.
No. We can't agree.
You're just going to stick with the Americans, eh?
I'm not going to stick with Americans. I'm going to stick with the best defenseman in the game right now.
Which is Makar.
Which is Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes is the best defenseman in the game. That didn't do me any other good. Makar's got a whole army of guys in front of him.
Yeah, so does Hughes.
Yeah, it's not even close. The Minnesota is playing top of their level right now, where Colorado should have beat Minnesota. That's the conversation. Colorado should have beat Minnesota, and they did. So that's the conversation. For one series that nobody watched, but whatever reason, Vegas and Anaheim. Nobody cared about that. I would have loved to see Vegas Edmonton. Everyone would have loved to see Vegas Edmonton rematch Eichel and McDavid, but that didn't happen. And Anaheim, as they should have lost. But,
when it was 3-2 series and Vegas was about to clinch and they won that game, so they won 4-2. Mm-hmm. I thought that it was 2-2 series still. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, that's it. Vegas won. Like there was no big hurrah. I mean, the only people that I think were curious about that series is Toronto fans. Watching Marner.
Is John Tortorella a good coach?
He has to be.
Is he a good coach?
I mean, he's
and subscribe and follow. Let us know in the comments if you guys think John Tortorella is a good coach.
He's on a huge heater.
Yeah.
For the end of the regular season into the playoffs.
Yeah.
The guy, poor Bruce Cassidy. Like that was such a great team.
Yeah.
He loses control. So the Tortorella comes in, and now Tortorella looks like the greatest coach.
Yeah. I mean, it's curious to me. Like he's got longevity for a guy who's like a hard-nosed, in-your-face coach that the young guys can't really adjust to. He has been a part of the game for over 20 years.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's insane to me. Won a cup with Tampa Bay, and when you have that Stanley Cup on your resume, it's like you worked at Goldman & Sachs and you were CEO.
Oh yeah.
Like you get a job anywhere in finance or whatever. Like he's
TV. You could get a job in TV while you wait for another coaching job, because that's what he was doing.
Yeah, and now he's coming at what I think more coaches are going to do now. They're going to come in the last week before the playoffs and be like, I can get you a cup.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I can get you a conference final. And that's what they've done.
Yeah.
And this team has responded very well. In a bubble, I think Tortorella's at that point now where he probably knows his messaging loses its luster after a few months. But in this case, he's got some of the best players in the world bought in.
They're all doing their job.
Yeah.
And I think that's what was lost at the end of the regular season before Tortorella came in. And now they're just they're flying out there.
Yeah.
Stone isn't even playing.
Yeah.
The last 2 games or last 3 games of that series, Stone has been injured.
Yeah. Anaheim is the worst fucking team to make it to the second round. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. They're terrible.
They have a great young core.
They have a great young core. Cutter Gauthier is overrated. Okay, Cutter Gauthier is overrated. I don't care.
The only reason you're saying that is because he was in your fantasy team.
Horrible trade by me. He sucks. Okay, he sucks. Anyway, I'm glad they're dead. The Ducks are dead for now. I'm glad. Anyway, I'm not happy with the Vegas Golden Knights, but whatever. They got through a team that they should have beat.
Yeah.
Anaheim should have lost in the first round. Rest in peace to the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know what they're going to do. So McDavid's gone too. What are you going to do?
They got one more year.
They got one more year.
One more
He's not going to ask for a trade. He's not going to ask for a trade. That'd be too controversial. I hate the Ducks. So let's go to the East then. Carolina Hurricanes, we're going to talk about them eventually, but they have had probably not. It does when you're
another series no one cared about.
Nobody cared, but when you're really good, you make it look easy.
Yeah.
They finished Philadelphia, rightfully so. Philadelphia was another upstart team that didn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
And they did not deserve to beat Pittsburgh either.
No, they didn't. They suck too. Philly sucks. Okay?
Philly
the fans suck. Your football team sucks. Yeah, I hate you, Philly. Yeah, get at me, Philly. We need the followers. That team was overrated. That team was overrated. They didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't know what the hell happened with Pittsburgh, but yeah, I mean, they're making the coach look like he's some sort of genius. Let's see what second-year coach looks like. We had him here in Vancouver. He was awful. Absolutely terrible.
I mean, he won the coach of the year. He's not terrible.
Let's see second-year talk. Let's see second-year talk, Philly. You like him now. Let's see how he is in the second year. Awful team. So they deserve to lose. And Carolina is just one of those teams that I think it's the coach and it's the system, because you have stars, but you make it look really easy in the sense that you are pedigreed. You've had 3 straight years now where you've advanced to the final. That's incredible. That's crazy work. Haven't been able to get over the home. I think if there was no Florida Panthers, we'd be talking more about Carolina Panthers or Carolina Hurricanes, but they make it look easy only because of all the work they put in.
Well, they play the game how it should be played. All 4 lines are on the same page. There's there is a number 1 line, but everybody's doing their job. Back checking, playing that hard nose, grinding out the other team. Their defense is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Slavin back there with Gostisberg as your power play guy.
Gostisbehere.
Yeah. Your best defenseman isn't even on PP1.
Yeah.
And like Slavin's like he's got to be one of the best defensive defensemen in the league.
Yeah, there was a conversation to be had about like defensive defenseman awards, because the Norris really isn't a defenseman award.
It's an offensive defenseman award.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably in the golden age of defensemen right now. There's so many great defensemen. Yeah. Probably the most ever, if you think about it.
And you need that now. If your team doesn't have that offensive defenseman, or even a guy like Slavin, you're going nowhere.
You need to have a guy on the pivot who can get you a shot through. If you kids are playing pee-wee hockey, if they want to play defense, you got to get them to work on their shot now.
100%.
They have to have a first pass. They have to have a shot.
And speed. And footwork now.
Like the days of like a Willie Mitchell. Willie Mitchell to me was like what I look at in Slavin. Slavin probably looked at Willie Mitchell, looked at all of his tape, and was like, this is the kind of guy I want to be. And, for the longest time, he was like the statesman dude, like the back end guy who was like super reliable. We had him in Vancouver. He was so great for us. But, when I look at Slavin, I think of a Willie Mitchell.
Yeah, he plays exactly like him, but I'd say better. But Norris back then, Norris winners were the big, tall, strong guys. Those were the guys that were winning the Norris. Now it's these smaller guys that are winning it.
Yeah.
I mean they've got an offensive game.
And, their skating helps them on the back end too. Like, again, I think Erik Karlsson did a lot for the generation of defensemen. PK Subban, same thing. That you look at those guys, now you look at they're everywhere. Quinn Hughes, Makar, Your guy in Dallas who you fleeced me for.
Heiskanen.
Yeah, you fleeced me for him. Even Eric Carlson, who's still like he's a statesman now, transformed that Pittsburgh team this year.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think Lidstrom probably started that trend of being the offensive defenseman. But it still wasn't.
Not the greatest skater though. Like not the greatest.
Not the greatest skater. Yeah. But it wasn't.
Niedermeyer.
Niedermeyer, definitely Niedermeyer, but it wasn't even definitely like, oh, you need one
Scott
of those
Niedermeyer,
guys.
not Rob.
Yeah. I think I was clear. I
don't know if it was. Rob's probably watching this going,
Rob's a forward anyway.
I never won a Norris. Sorry, Rob. You got a cup though.
And even if you got a cup, buddy, you would never have.
It probably wouldn't have won that. You got a cup. You got a cup. Your brother helped you with a cup.
But I think like even back then you didn't need a defenseman like that. It was more on the offensive side. But now that you need that to be a contender.
Yeah, because ultimately I look at that Carolina defense corps. It's a committee. There's not really somebody there who's the standout. But without Slavin, I think it's a really big. Be interesting to see if they had found a way to keep the money for Pesci, because I think Pesci would have been an interesting piece on that Carolina team. They lost him last year. Went to the New Jersey Devils. What a massive waste that was, eh? If your Pesci took the money, playing for the Devils, they suck.
He's laughing.
He's laughing. Yeah, he's laughing. And then probably the best series, Buffalo Montreal. If you were a Buffalo or a Montreal fan, you got full money on that one.
Oh, 100%.
Both cities had some of the best hockey you could watch, and it sucks that it had to be a second round matchup. But I thought Montreal was going to take that one at any point, 5 or 6. It ended up going to 7. Excellent series.
Even as an outsider, like not being from Montreal or Buffalo, it was hard to cheer for either team. So obviously, being from Canada, I kind of little biased towards Montreal, but still, I wouldn't have mind Boston or Buffalo winning.
Yeah,
it was their fan base, their team is so good, and Montreal, man, what can you say? The best building to play in.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think this is one of those series where you can just be a fan of hockey.
Yeah.
And watch it. That's how I felt when I was watching the Edmonton-Florida rivalry the past 2 seasons. You weren't necessarily a fan of, you were fans of players, but you could just be a fan of hockey.
Well, I don't know about that.
Some of the best hockey.
Oh, no, the best hockey.
Some of the best hockey.
100%. But I mean, you still kind of, you still like Florida and Edmonton.
You just hate Canadian teams, though.
No,
you hate the best player.
Montreal.
You can't stand McDavid.
You
said it off camera that you think McDavid sucks.
This is a guy that was going for USA.
All I said was USA was going to win. That's all I said. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I'm a degenerate gambler. Okay, and I said USA was going to win, and they did. Did they not win? They not won the game. So you're denying that they won the goal. Okay. You're denying the win.
What I'm saying is, you had an extra big smile on your face the day after they won.
Because I was right. That was all I was excited about, because I got to be right. And all the gamblers out there, when you're right, it pays out, doesn't it? Yeah. It feels good to win, doesn't it? God, Lord knows we need to fucking win these days. Absolutely terrible. Don't bet on hockey, by the way. It's the worst. There's nothing really I want to take away from that Buffalo-Montreal series. I think it was one of those series where you're just a fan of hockey. If you're not from those cities, you can just watch it, enjoy the sport. And that's why we love sport, right? Because you don't have to be a fan of something necessarily. You can just love the game and really enjoy watching it in that sense.
Yeah.
So that was my takeaway. I really, really love that.
That was by far my favorite series of these playoffs so far.
Yeah. That being said, I will say that I really do think that any one of those teams that did advance will be the dangerous team coming out of the East, just because they're playing the best hockey. I thought Buffalo and Montreal were playing the best hockey.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
We'll talk about the final round here in the next video, but it proved a lot in the sense of what they were doing, considering that Carolina took care of business early and they were out for like 13 days.
Yeah, they got a lot of rest going into the next round.
But let us know your thoughts. Nobody here is commenting on anything or getting back to us. We don't even know the percentages of you people who are watching and not commenting. Do us a favor, okay? We're bored. We're bored individuals. We don't have a lot going on, okay? Our families hate us. They really don't want us to be on camera at all. They think they were disappointments. Just say something. Say hi. If you say hi to us, we'll say hi back. We literally have nothing to do with our time. Okay?
We're waiting for comments. We're just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. You know, and you could be like Harp. You can hit McDavid too. And you can say, why do you hate McDavid? Okay, you can think that McDavid, he'll start cheering for McDavid when he starts going to play for the New York Rangers. That's when
I will.
You would too, wouldn't you? You're sick, you know that? Have you not forgotten 94? You just forget 94? I haven't forgotten 94. Rangers fans, you suck too, by the way. Okay. Anyway, Dumb Fans, Amro, Harp, we're Dumb Fans, we're back. More content coming.